course, it was the talk all day. The big story, the stock market shut down an hour ago with the Dow Jones down nearly 600 points on the day. Actually better than when it started this morning at more than 1,000 points down. Many people certainly understandably nervous about their 401k and retirement investments. We are joined once again by Jaime Westenbarger from Forest Hills Financial with some reminders on why you shouldn't overreact to today's numbers, right? Don't panic.
Just a day.
Just a day.
It's just a day.
It's better now than it was 8 hours ago, so it just shows that it's up and down.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, crazy. The first few minutes of trading, the first 90 minutes, we had 3,000 points moving in one direction or the other. So a lot of volatility going on out there. And probably the first thing people have to realize is take a breath.
Right.
Don't panic. You know, go back to the idea of why you're invested in the first place. You're not invested for, Wednesday. You're invested for some time in the future. And sometimes it's easy to forget that.
Yeah, we remember how we felt. I mean, let's be honest. It was due. Many people say it was due. There's some people saying it was on China. Either way, it's going to come, ebb and flows.
15th time since 2008, we've seen a 5% correction. Now, you might not realize that because overall it's felt really great.
Sure.
Right? So not something to panic about. Not something to panic about.
I mean, who remembers the other 14 times,
Right.
Not many people. You do, because that's your job. But
unfortunately.
Watch out for the hype. Reevaluate your risk. A lot of good tips today.
Yeah, really good idea right now to take a look at if you're feeling a lot of pain, if you're feeling really nervous, if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, you're probably a little more aggressively invested than you should be. So this is a great time to reevaluate how you're invested and make sure that it is actually the way you should be. If you're getting closer to retirement, maybe you're taking a little bit too much risk in that portfolio if a day like today or last week really makes that big of a difference overall. But overall, ignore the hype. I mean, when you look at the money channels that are on 24 hours a day, they have to generate news 24 hours a day. They're looking for anyone that's screaming from the rooftops about anything. None of it has to be true or accurate or anything else. So keep in mind, you're a long-term investor. You're not a day trader. Today, tomorrow, the next day mean so little compared to what a year or 2 years down the road really means. And if you're not working with a financial advisor, it's a great time to go talk to one. If you are, it's a great time to go in and have an appointment and do a reevaluation with your advisor, because this is a good time to make sure that you are on track where you need to be. Schedule
an appointment with your advisor. Get a little more conservative if you're closer to retiring. It all makes sense. And of course, we like this stuff 5 days a week. Can you tell us where we can hear more advice?
Yeah, you can hear us on the radio show. We're on every weekend. Times and stations, I think up on the screen there. There we go. You can also find us on the web, keepingyourmoney.com, and I'm over here at Fox 17 all the time as well.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks a lot.